Hello everyone, my name is Deckerling, the trained professional. Welcome back to the smoke room. The smoke room. I'm playing this update really rather quickly after the update comes out, which means that by the time I edit it and upload it, it'll probably be way past when it came out. But still, I'm getting on this pretty quickly because it updated the William route. It also updated fucking everything, so I'm gonna have to go back again. But, like the update said, really near the beginning, so it's not that big a fucking deal. So, the William route. The William. Oh, here we go. Oh, by the way, the choice that led to this was tell William the truth. I'm just not sure about the weasel or the fox right now. Noise in this room isn't getting any quieter. I can't stop thinking about how in a room full of noisy, panicked people, and that I'm the direct cause of it. Of all the nights for Nick to stay away, I wish he wouldn't have picked this one. I'm not in the right mindset to work, and I need somebody to talk to. And I can feel like something is staring at me. From somewhere above or somewhere below where nobody else can see it. But I can feel it. Back when I felt its breath on my neck, this is only going to get worse, isn't it? You know, Sam, you really lucked out with the picks tonight. Why, if I were in your shoes... You let me alone! You let me alone! Oh, shit. The room had quieted some. Some of the girls look at me. I hadn't meant to yell that loud, but it feels like everything is coming out tonight. Cynthia looks at me as if she has something on her mind, as if she has something she can't decide to ask or not. Murdoch narrows his eyes and frowns. Cliff looks at me and to the foxes, looking hapless. I'm not gonna work tonight. Too spooked. If I may be so bold, Sam, I'm spooked plenty of nights, but I'm half as tall and weigh 2/3 as less as you. So what's your real excuse for turning away business like this? I might have scores. I might have soured the mood myself some. Playful distractions can make things worse for some folks, not better. I'm sorry I was so casual with you, Sam. I feel that there's no reason for everyone to be so tense. The West is a wild place, after all. I welcome some excitement. Nothing much exciting about this, I'm afraid. The mining and the railroad workforce are the lifeblood of this town. So if they aren't satisfied soon, it could mean big trouble. The mining union has made noise before, but it's never been this pressing at this hour. The door behind us opened suddenly. I stare at William. Our glances meet, but his gaze doesn't linger. Attention, folks. There's nothing left to fuss about. Todd handled this crisis. Everything's under control. You're all permitted to go now, but I should hope I don't have to point out how foolish it would be to leave the building tonight. Considering circumstances, I won't be held responsible for your necks, so act accordingly. Some of the girls let out sighs of relief. Cynthia's already walking away with Cliff. She whispers into his ear and he turns back to look at me, but her stride doesn't allow him to tarry. She ushers him forward into one of the many doors leading to the halls. Murdoch lounges on one of the couches some ladies had vacated. His eyes are half-lidded and he looks frightfully bored. He dismisses every woman that approaches him and they leave him with a shrug. I take a step toward William. My heart pounds in my chest and my sweat goes cold as it soaks into my fur. William. Sam. I swallow hard. I need to talk to you about something urgent. Can it wait? I grab his wrist and hold it, drawing my claws. My hands were shaking. My voice was hoarse. No, William. It really can't. William hums and tuts. Fine. You got someplace quiet to talk? My room. Son of a bitch. This had better be important, Sam. I taste the inside of my mouth, nod, then march forward.
Well, you have my attention. Tell me. Tell me, what's so important that you needed to drag me here?
I take a deep breath. I think about a lot of things before I can say what I'm about to say. I fear that even if I did get away with killing Jack scot-free, that it wouldn't matter to God. What I did can't be changed, and I know I'm going to pay for it, but what I can't handle now is the fear and the guilt and the constant looking over my shoulder. If I'm finished, I want to feel finished, not this wretched in-between of waiting for the pin to drop. I knew that miner, William. The dead one.
Did you now?
I breathe in. I breathe out. He was real nice at first. Sometimes I'm still convinced that he didn't mean it. He was desperate enough to do the wrong thing in the last minute. That's how earnest I felt. At least how earnest it felt to me. Made me all sorts of promises. Made me feel wonderful things that I hadn't felt in all my life. Then they led me down into the mines. I had to stop to clear my throat. Took my money. Took my dignity. Tried to leave me there to die. William's eyes narrow as his gaze bores into me. So after he attacked me, I got him first. I killed Jack, William. I'm the reason a riot formed outside today and tonight. The big coyote shifts uncomfortably. He steps forward and grabs my shoulders.
Okay. Here's what you're gonna do. Right now.
He was biting his lip. There was something wild in his eyes. At first, I thought I wanted this. Now every fiber of my being is waking up. My brain is scrambling that I want to be alive. I look down at his belt and notice William's gun.
You're gonna tell me everything from the beginning.
That calms me down a little.
How you met him. How you got yourself into this mess. How he attacked you. How you fought back.
So, I agree. And I tell him everything. The promises, that happy week, the mine shaft, the bag of rocks, then the pickaxe. I show him a scar, too. William hums and lets go of me.
So, that's your story then. Here's what I think. I think that putting a pickaxe in between the eyes of that waste of space was the least stupid thing you could have done during your stay in Echo.
What? Hey! Look at this nice CG that doesn't involve sex. I can actually use this in a thumbnail without freaking out about it. My God. I hear the wood beneath my feet creak as I shift my weight. I'm not sure that I'm hearing these words correctly.
I've seen your balls plenty, Sam. But here's the first occasion that makes me think you got 'em. If you ain't lying to me, then he played you like a damn fiddle.
I can't believe this reaction. Now that is making a lick of sense. I need to repeat myself. William, I'm a murderer.
Unless you lied to me, boy. Bullshit. You think I'm a murderer for ever putting a bullet between a bastard's eyes? Done it more than once. Do you think you're the first to spill blood in Echo? Do you have any idea of how many duels go south? How many bar fights, opium-caked seizures, or drunken arguments I've had to mop off the floor of this town? When it comes to life and death scenarios, there are winners and there are losers. I know you, Sam. You wouldn't hurt a fly unless you were forced to. Frankly, it's one of your worst qualities.
Part of me still can't believe what I'm hearing. Was William telling me the truth? William knows more about the law than I ever will. Did I really do nothing wrong? All this fear, all this self-hatred, was it really all for nothing?
For the love of God, please don't bawl like a woman in front of me.
I wipe the warm tears from my cheeks and nod. So, what now?
Now that's a fine question. Protocol is I take you into custody tonight and reveal your confession to the public in the morning. Then you present your case formally, are prepared for the judge, and you wait for your trial. After that, I do some investigating. I present the evidence we found in the mines. If it aligns with your story, I'd recommend no charge against you.
So that's what we're gonna do then?
Oh, absolutely not.
His head looks smaller.
James Hendricks is involved now. A mob of angry miners think this is all his fault.
But it isn't.
You drag thousands of desperate men to a shithole, promise them the dream of a house and a future, and then pay them in peanuts, and you expect that this isn't a powder keg waiting to go off.
But that doesn't make James a killer. I'm the one who did it.
That's a good line. If you're ever feeling suicidal, save it for the trial.
My head is spinning. I don't understand what you're talking about. I just want to do what's right.
It's true. You don't understand plenty. So let me make it plain. James Hendricks owns the mine. But he doesn't own the town. As rich as his family is, they ain't trusted. James's granddaddy left people feeling uneasy, and his grandson's frivolous and neglectful. Town leaders don't like him or his shiny automobiles. Half his workforce hates his guts. But he'll spend any amount to put on any performance for the town's leaders he wants to win over. If you come forward with the truth that you killed a man in self-defense, I believe James would do anything in his power to make the workers that hate him feel less embarrassed. He wants them to like him. Hanging you would be so easy.
I was afraid of something like that from the start. It ain't right. I don't deserve that.
No shit, it ain't right. But it's true.
Then what am I gonna do?
First thing you're gonna do is quit your bitching. Like I said, in a normal situation, we'd have a trial, and you'd be free to fill your mouth with cream all night, or whatever else you do with yourself to stay busy. This ain't a normal situation. So keep your mouth shut, and I forget what you told me. And as for James, well, let's let that fester.
Everything feels heavy again. I thought confessing would stop all this, but it just keeps happening to me again and again. But what am I supposed to do right now, this very night?
I was getting to that. But you're not gonna like it.
I haven't liked any of this, William.
Murdoch has pictures of the body, but we haven't had the opportunity to visit the crime scene. I want you to show me where it happened, and where the bag of rocks was.
My heart is beating against my rib cage. I can feel the breath on my neck again. Why do you need me in that place for such a thing?
Because we're going tonight. I want to see for myself that you didn't lie to me.
I don't want to go there, William.
It's either that, or I take you into custody tonight.
But you said you wouldn't do that.
That's the only way I'd be able to keep an eye on you before this matter is settled. Grab a lantern and be ready in 5 minutes.
I cursed to myself. There's no way I'm sitting in a jail cell. And the memories of that place are warming me up to the idea of iron bars. I don't want to die just yet. And if what William says is true, and I haven't done anything wrong, maybe things will be okay. Maybe going back down there for just a little while will be the worst of this. I breathe in. I breathe out. The lantern's handle is cool to the touch when I grasp it. I lift it from my vanity and head out the door. I can see William waiting for me at the bottom of the stairs. The red fox is there too. He looks a bit haggard, and I can read the agitation and the twitches of his tail. You still need me after all this?
Hush up. We've got places we need to be.
I have other obligations early in the morning.
You're getting paid for your obligations tonight. You'll manage.
Very well, sir. The sudden change in the fox's tone, expression, and general cheeriness unnerved me. He went from irate to amiable in the drop of a hat. I reach the bottom of the stairs, and suddenly both of the men give me their attention. Hey! Your hands are warm. I'm very happy.
Eat a cow. It'll kill all your problems.
I need to live.
If you eat cow, you have no problems. You don't eat cow, you are a problem.
Wait, you meant him?
He's our man.
Really? The fox stated it like a confirmation rather than a question. I will let you lead the way then, sir.
Sam will light the way.
Would you like me to hold the light for you, Sam?
Don't. I want his hands busy.
I don't have anything on me.
Just a precaution, Sam.
Even if that's true, I don't like being treated like a prisoner. When I open the door, I'm rattled by the hulking shadow that had been waiting just behind the door frame. Oh, hey, it's Nick.
Sam?
Nick? I hate how croaky my voice sounds. The badger quickly looks around, catching William and Murdoch next to me.
Oh, William.
He looks at me, and I can tell he recognizes the guilt on my face. He was there that day. He saw my injury and knew where I was coming from.
Where are you taking him? Calm yourself.
It's a slight difference in the voices, but this is going to destroy me if these two keep talking too long.
We don't need none of that. Frankly, it's a matter of the law. Sam claims to be a witness. That may or may not hold water. Did he now?
I nod slowly.
Nick
adjusts his hat and looks behind him, looking more and more like somebody was hitting him each growing second. Looks as if he's considering whether or not to leave right at this moment.
It would be handy to have more folks along who are familiar with the mines. Is that so? Well, come along then.
He's going to want to know everything. I don't think I have the energy to spill the worst thing that's happened in my life twice in a day.
Sam doesn't know about the mines too well. I'll let you know if he's steering you wrong.
I don't know whether or not I should feel grateful or betrayed by that comment. I know Nick knows. He saw straight through my lie 2 weeks ago. He probably just put all the pieces together, which is why he must have missed his appointment with me, and only now intended to see me. He walks beside me, marching forward.
Do you mind if I talk with him ahead in private, William? No concern of mine, so long as you're within 30 paces of us.
I stare ahead, feeling nothing, except the destroying of my throat because of these gravelly motherfuckers, as we walk between the shops. A few tumbleweeds pass us.
So you must have heard about Jack today.
My mouth dries out. Hard news to ignore.
And you know that all of my people are upset about it too.
Things like this can snowball.
Of course, of course. But they probably wouldn't have if my folks knew where you were 2 weeks ago. You could have told me, Sam.
No, I probably couldn't have. But you're not ready to hear that, are you, Nick? So I just look away and think about what to say next instead. The lights of a few miners shine at us as we take a look a few blocks ahead. There's no more than a few of them huddled in groups, bantering with one another.
Get along home, fellas.
The chattering of the miners stops as they recognize William's voice. We don't hear much from them. Footsteps behind me stop. Is he alright?
Sam, you have to go left here.
What? The voice comes out as a mumble.
You'll loop back to the hip if you go that way.
He's right. Takes more willpower than I thought to stop myself. I swerved to the right, leading us up a dirt road. We walked for a good 5 minutes or so, without much words spoken between the four of us. William? Keep walking.
What, Sam?
What if somebody moved the rocks when we get there?
Doesn't seem likely.
It's been 2 weeks. I feel Nick tighten beside me as I say that.
We could check for the signs of them. But if I'm being honest, it sounds more likely that you made up a detail than somebody moved bags full of rocks on their own accord.
What? I'm not sure.
It was the area where we found Jack. It hasn't been in use for some time.
My feet stumble. I didn't realize Nick was one of the people who found Jack. I don't think I could have stomached seeing what was left of him.
Nobody would have cleared them out for hazard prevention. So if Sam says they're there, then they'll be there. I expect them to be. But if they ain't, one lie tends to reveal more lies.
I'm not lying.
Didn't say you were.
A light shines on the road ahead of us. As we move closer, a lanky figure meets us. Well, we haven't seen this person yet. They are an otter. Hi! Who goes there?
Stand down, Todd.
William. You're back earlier than I thought.
I can agree on that. How goes the patrol?
In some ways, better than expected. I was worried when I saw a cap light up ahead, but it was just Nick and the rest of you. There's more compliance than I thought there'd be, but it might only be temporary. Some folks are going to want to talk to you tomorrow.
I'll attend to it.
But something else came up.
Such as?
The otter takes a breath. I've been feeling funny, so it might have been nothing.
Well, what did you think you saw, Todd?
The otter rubs his neck. Dancing ladies.
Dancing ladies?
That's what I said, William. Dancing ladies, a group of 3 with picnic baskets, prancing into the mines.
Dancing ladies shouldn't be going into the fucking mine, Todd. What the hell?
That's part of why I was hesitant to report it, sir. I don't think they're real.
Fuck's sake, Todd, are you on something?
Sir, no, sir. I'm clean as a whistle. As a whistle. But I might be running a fever. Folks say it's normal in these parts to get sick and see things, especially when we're working long hours and running low on water.
Ain't nothing normal about seeing 3 ladies prance into a mine with picnic baskets. Jesus Christ, Todd!
Otter shuffles. He's clearly embarrassed. That we can agree on, sir.
Well, we're going into the mines anyway.
That unnerves the otter quite a bit. Oh? What for?
Need extra eyes on this one.
He points at me.
He's showing me something important. But I don't expect he'll do anything stupid because his word is on the line. That means I'm going to need you back in town near the station.
Todd's brow lifts and he whistles. Whew, I can do that, no trouble at all.
Good. Let's move. Oh, Todd, before I forget.
Otter turns on a dime and gives William his full attention.
If we're not back in town, if we're not back before dawn, put up a warrant for Sam here.
Yes, sir. The otter trots off, and I'm trying to feel the effect of the words that hit me. But I don't feel anything right now. Instead, listlessly, I move forward. Ooh. Ooh. That's a fucking picture right there. Jesus criminy. I take everybody around the front entrance and show them the boulder with the back entrance into the mine. Try to tell myself that it's just an opening into the earth. The air flowing out of the entrance doesn't feel like breath. That it doesn't feel like something is watching me all over again. I take my first step in. The air is already heavier. Nick approves my directions as I guide our group deeper into the area. I find that place in the dark where the walls start to get cramped.
It would be best for me not to pass through here. Nearly got stuck the first time.
I should be able to pass through quite easily.
Wait.
Oh, fuck me. Goddamn laughing, dancing girls.
Anybody else hear that?
Sounded like laughter.
Girls laughing.
Listen for a little while longer. I wouldn't be surprised if there are idle youths haunting the less used passages down here. I used to do it. Might we please get this night over with?
Be my guest and go through that tunnel first, then.
I can, but I have to be careful with my equipment. Fox goes in through before me. Then I go through with William tailing me. Nick stays behind. When I emerge on the other side with the cramped tunnel, that earthy, gritty smell clogs my senses and makes me want to vomit. There's that picture again. There's a rusty stain where Jack's body fell, but his corpse and the pickaxe are gone. And so are the rocks. No! I circle the enclosure with my lamp, looking every which way, and I can't find the bags anywhere. They were here! I promise, they were here!
Stop this.
He put his hand on my shoulders.
Take a deep breath.
I nod, frantically, but feel myself about to break down again. William walks me back to the entrance of the tunnel.
Walk me where he told you to go.
So I do. There's nothing there except spiky moss. At least what looked like moss. Jesus, that's a tarantula nest. So the spider thing has been a thing for a while. I flinched away. My paw almost brushed one of the many bundles of legs. Those are adult-sized tarantulas. Usually you don't go near, don't see them in clusters unless it's an October migration. Looks like you'll be huddling for warmth before cannibalizing one another. William kneeled down and slapped away a few of the layers of spiders with a flat rock.
Here's our sack of rocks.
The big coyote turned and looked at me.
See? You're good, Sam.
It just tightened as he smiled at me. I looked to Murdoch and jerked his head.
Let's get photographs of these rocks for the case file.
All right. I'll need better lighting than an oil lantern for anything clear down here. Fox puts a small cylindrical canister, tweezers, and packets of matches from the inside of his vest. First, he unfolds his camera, then turns a knob on top of it. He pulls a spool of thin metal from the tip of the canister and sets them on the ground. Then he lights a match and ignites the strip. You're going to want to look away.
Away from what? I don't see anything.
The flash.
Whoa!
Fox springs to his knees quickly and took a snap. Then he rolls to the knob on his camera. I hear 3 phases of clicks and rolls before blinding white light goes out.
I'm seeing spots!
Magnesium takes a little time to burn, and once it starts, it won't stop. Anyway, I got the pictures. 3 should be enough. I take a deep breath and exhale. With this settled, Murdoch packs his things up. We leave one by one. This time me and William trailing behind the end. I know I should feel safe now. But my fur prickles up on the back of my neck. I still feel something watching me. At the entrance of the mine, we get ready to leave, but some sickly, sticky guilt keeps me there. And then something happens I can't ignore.
You just hear that?
Hear what?
A woman's voice saying, "I love you."
I didn't hear anything. I'm lying through my teeth.
Christ, Sam, you gotta be deaf. Maybe Todd wasn't seeing things after all.
The coyote turned to yell into the tunnel.
If there's a bunch of pranksters in here, y'all best get home! This place ain't safe during the day when there's a lot of people here. Poking around alone without experience is a death wish!
There was no reply. But something from deeper in the mines responded. Something that sounded like a mix between high-pitched laughter and dead leaves. I could tell from William's face that he heard something too. But he turns away. As we walk, I think about what I told William. That I didn't hear a woman saying, "I love you." And that part was the truth, because I heard something else. Aren't you hungry, too? I did not look back. I did not speak to that voice. I just stared at William's back, who was willing to walk in front of me now, guiding us home with the lantern. Nikolai broke away from our line first. I had to stop him from leaving so abruptly. We didn't get to talk much, Nick.
No, we didn't. No, we didn't. Not sure that I want to right now.
But, Nick...
I'll see you again in a few days, Sam. Again, I don't want to talk right now.
I don't blame him for being this upset. Nick is always the one I can talk to about anything, but I couldn't face him this time. Not about this. He knows I confessed before telling him. I wouldn't trust me either. And I wouldn't have promised to see me later. That one doesn't talk much. But he's not very good at hiding how he feels. Some of us talk enough for the rest of us. So much that there isn't always room left for the rest of us. But you decided to say what needed to be said anyway. Couldn't have been so much worse for you. I flinch a bit when the fox puts his paw on my shoulder and gives it a small squeeze. It's hard to do the right thing, handsome. I feel myself wince. It's such a mess. William will clean it up. It's what he's good at.
I'm not a maid, Fox.
I should hope not. Your office is a disgrace. Oh, that's funny. That's a funny.
The hell!
Regardless. The gallant protect the gallant. Remember that. I think your big, earnest friend will come to that conclusion in time, too. Now, William. I'm tired, and I'm going home.
Yeah.
I'll have the pictures developed in about 3 days if I'm allowed to prioritize that.
Might not be necessary.
But I'll see what I can convince your pa to do.
Go on and get.
Thank you. The fox fades away in between the buildings. It's so late that most of the bars don't even have lights on. In time, we arrive upon the sheriff's office. Inside, in a nicely furnished office with scattered papers piled on the desk, Todd is pacing back and forth diligently. I'm surprised there exists a man this dedicated to his post. I'm certainly not suited to be any deputy. See, this has been always confusing to me, is that in the banner for the Echo Project's Patreon page, it has William there, and it looks to be he looks to be holding a sheriff's badge. Well, not William, Sam is there. So why the fuck is he holding a sheriff's badge unless Todd and or William get fobbernucked at some point and he has to take over? Like, I'm worried about that. Maybe I'm just overthinking it, I don't know. William, Sam, you're back before dawn. The otter winks at me. Bet you're glad about that most of all. Oh, that's right. I forgot that William put a conditional warrant on me. In his defense, it's good to be prepared. In my defense, I resent it a little. Couldn't be gayer. The mines weren't trouble, were they? William and I look at one another.
I heard something strange, but we didn't want to linger. Might be folks doing something sly in that mine after all. I'll put a pin on that.
The coyote looks at his watch.
Go home, Todd. It's 3:30.
Is it really? Folks must be worried sick about me with all the commotion lately. I hope they'll forgive me for making them worry.
Trying to get some rest.
You too, William. The coyote sighs and takes a seat at his desk. I'm not saying it. I don't care what fucking game it pops up in. I won't fucking say it, and you can't goddamn make me! Sorry.
I've got a few busy weeks ahead of me.
So I'm free to go?
Yes, for the moment.
Look behind me out the door. The night is darker than any I've seen in a long time. Is it okay if I stay for the night? Cody laughs. He raffles through his pocket and pulls out a key ring. Then he stands up and beckons me over to another room with his burly arm. Well, here we are, in the jail cell. We come into a small, cramped room with a lounge chair and a desk in front of iron bars.
I thought you hated the idea of sleeping in a prison.
I start to reconsider if it's really that dark outside. That's certainly true.
That's the only bed we've got.
Coyote paces around the room, then finds some boxes and blankets. It's no time at all. In no time at all, the chair in front of the desk is looking like a cozier kind of bed.
Alright then. I'll be the prisoner for the rest of the night.
He opens a jail cell and makes himself comfy on the prison bed, fluffing up the pillow there.
If I get fleas from this, you're washing them out of me. When I fall asleep, I wouldn't recommend any bright ideas about skipping out of town.
I scoff at him. I don't have the money to anyway, remember? God, he flips me a coin through the bars. I stare at it. Where did you...
Saw it lodged in the wall when Murdoch lit the magnesium. Mouthy bastard nearly blinded me twice when it sparkled.
Tears spilled down my face. For the first time in weeks, they were tears of gratitude. Gratitude. Not fear, nor resentment, nor self-disgust.
You know what they say about piss poor luck?
No.
Be friends with a guy who ain't got it.
He laughs at his own joke, then quickly sobers up.
See, that was a joke at your own expense.
I could tell that, William.
You didn't ask why I laughed, though.
Sure didn't.
Damn it, son, I laughed because it was ironic. My luck's garbage, too.
I don't really believe that.
Worse things have happened to me than this scar, boy. You're good, Sam. I knew that through and through before you even proved it. If my job was worth anything, it's to make sure good folks don't suffer.
Is that all, though? Is that really why you're doing all this for me? Because I'm good?
That's not all, no.
I didn't think so, William.
Well, I would hope your memory wasn't that short on account of everything I told you today.
Something about letting things fester. A good that people do, obviously.
Well, you don't have to believe it. That's my task. But you should go easier on yourself. Can't do nothing about a rotten world, but be less rotten. And maybe forget to point out where the water trough. What? And maybe forget to point out where the water trough is when a man tries to put out his own fires.
Another pearl.
I'm chock full of them.
I believe it.
You're good at being mouthy, too.
I smile. Well, I already knew that.
Of course you do. I can smell me on your whiskers.
Fuck you, William.
Ain't my fancy.
It just tightens a little at that. Night, Sheriff.
Night whore.
Jesus.
Alright!
You fucking go there, okay. We can fucking go if you want to fucking go. Well, that was the William path. I don't believe we ever did anything on that route before this. So now we have the 4 paths with some manner of progression on them. What I'm probably going to have to do is, because the saves got corrupted, so I have to go through and catch all the save files up to where they were, which shouldn't be too hard because the other paths didn't get updated, other than I believe a couple of the paths got some CGs. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, but off screen. As for the episode, so far I am really interested in this one most. Maybe it's just because I just played it, a little confirmation. That's not confirmation, but what's the A? Psychology girl.
Hello?
What is the bias for when something is fresh in your mind and so it seems more valid? Like recency bias? No, that's not. That would describe it, but like a bias for what is most recent.
God, I can't fucking remember. I know there is a term, but I can't honestly remember.
That's fine. But that's possibly what's been going on here. But either way, it's bloody obvious at this point that I have a strong
information bias. Sorry, I'm sorry.
It's okay. I wanted to know. It's as plain as the fucking hair on my face that I have a strong affection for the works of Howley. We get Adastra, Echo, the Smoke Room. I really like this world that they're building. I have theories about it. I have spent years reading the stories involved here, and gotta tell you, I'm super happy with it. These games all grip me in different emotional ways, and I'm happy with them. I really enjoy them. And I'm glad y'all enjoy them too. That helps. So, on the next one, it'll be whatever the next update is. I have no idea what it'll be, but until then, ladies and gentlemen, I have been the trained unprofessional. You are not, and I will see you next time. Bye, everyone. Boo.